Alright, it's your boy Mitro reporting in from the beautiful Benchakiti Park here in Bangkok, Thailand. Now this video is going to be a short one. I'm just going to be talking about my sobriety, how I'm feeling right now 31 days after quitting weed and alcohol. And I'm feeling pretty damn fucking good. It's like the universe has given me revelations the last 3 days. I made a video yesterday on my main channel, I'm not sure if I'm going to include this on the vlog channel, about meeting a freelancer in Pattaya who actually changed my life and my perspective on love and relationships. She literally gave me a perspective shift, and ever since then I've been doing so much self-reflection. I'm someone who always used to struggle being alone. I always wanted to be with other people when I was a teenager. I always had a fear of missing out. Last time I traveled to Thailand, when I wasn't drinking, wasn't smoking, I always had a fear of missing out on the nightlife, the partying. Maybe I'll meet a girl there, maybe I'll meet more friends, etc. I was never comfortable with being by myself and being alone. These last few days after I went to Pattaya and I was just exploring during the daytime, I didn't go out to the bars or even the walking street at night to see what the party life was like. This is the first time that I haven't been tempted to drink. I haven't been tempted to smoke at all. I haven't even been curious about smoking weed. And I love the smell of weed. I've smelt it countless times while walking on the streets of Bangkok and Pattaya. It's a lovely smell, but I'm in a place in my life right now that I can truly say that cannabis, alcohol, nicotine I've almost quit for 2 years now, coming in November, no longer serves my ambition, no longer serves my life purpose, and no longer resonates with the character that I am going to become and the character that I'm building step by step, day by day. One day at a time, I'm becoming the best version of myself. And like I said before, I was never comfortable with being alone. It's only until recently, until I met that freelancer in Pattaya now, these last few days, that I've had this self-reflection that it's okay being alone, and being alone is one of life's greatest gifts. If you truly embrace solitude, it will lead you to self-reflection as long as you don't distract yourself with meaningless vices, with meaningless devices. If you're truly content with being by yourself, you're going to learn so much more about yourself. And I just want to read you guys a passage from this book, which I don't generally do, but I was reading The Magic of Thinking Big. I was reading this book today when I was doing my washing at like a self-service laundry. And the last time I was in Bangkok, I used the same self-service laundry. I would always buy joints beforehand. I would always then like edit my videos while smoking joints or watching YouTube videos. But thinking that, oh, the cannabis is going to make me more creative. I'm going to get into more creative flow. But all that did was slow down my productivity. It made me more relaxed on my editing, and I didn't hold myself to such a high standard as I'm holding myself currently. Not in just editing, but in all facets of life. I'm holding myself to a higher sense of accountability, because I know I can do better, I know I can be better. I've been reading this book, The Magic of Thinking Big. Recently I've also been reading Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. That's why I have such a strong sense of becoming the best version of myself and stopping this meaningless bullshit, quitting social media. I deleted my Discord, I deleted my Instagram apps. I didn't delete the actual accounts, but I deleted the Discord app from my phone, deleted the Instagram app from my phone, because here I was sitting looking at Instagram stories of people that I haven't talked to for years. And the thing about life is life brings people in and out of your life. It's not normal to be connected with some of these people that I went to school with and that I was good friends with. Life just separates us and we each go on our own path. And before, I was always kind of like neglectful of that. I didn't want to accept it, you know. I didn't want to accept that, oh, we're in different parts of our lives, that some people are just no longer supposed to be in your life anymore. It's not that they've done anything bad, not even that they're a bad influence. They might be a good influence, you guys might be good friends, but it's just meaningless. I was wasting time scrolling on social media, and now I'm coming to the realization as well that I need to stop consuming as much YouTube content. That's like the last vice that I have to kick now, because I've kicked the habit of escorts. In yesterday's video, I said that I'm going to remain celibate until I meet my future girlfriend, and I truly mean that. So I'm going to read you guys the passage of this book that resonated with me and that just gave me this profound realization today, because honestly, I'm not a religious person, but I'm very spiritual. I believe that everything happens for a reason. I believe that everything's connected, and then I believe as well that even though we have various religions, it's all the same thing, man. It's all the same thing. It's all a higher power. It's all the universe. Whether you want to call that the God or the universe, whatever it may be, but there definitely is something that resonates and connects each and every one of us. This is the chapter from The Magic of Thinking Big, which I highly recommend. It's one of the greatest self-improvement books that I've actually read. And putting what you read, putting the knowledge into a practice and applying the knowledge is going to do you a world of wonders, especially if you're someone who struggled with addiction, such as myself. The point is this: the successful person in any field takes time out to confer with himself or herself. Leaders use solitude to put the pieces of a problem together, to work out solutions, to plan, in one phrase, to do their super thinking. Many people fail to tap into their creative leadership power because they confer with everybody and everything else but themselves. You know this kind of person well. He's the fellow who goes to great lengths not to be alone. He goes to the extremes to surround himself with people. He can't stand being alone in his office, so he goes prowling to see other people. Seldom does he spend evenings alone. He feels a compelling need to talk with others every waking moment. He devours a huge diet of small talk and gossip. When this person is forced by circumstances to be physically alone, he finds ways to keep from being mentally alone. At times like these, he resorts to television, newspapers, radio. Hold on, the wind, I'm sorry. The wind is kind of messing up the paper. Okay, the newspapers. At times he resorts to television, newspapers, radio, telephone, anything that will take over his thinking process for him. In effect, he says, "Here, Mr. TV, Mr. Newspaper, occupy my mind for me. I'm afraid to occupy it with my own thoughts." Mr. I can't stand to be alone shuns independent thought. He keeps his own mind blacked out. He is psychologically scared of his own thoughts. As time goes by, Mr. I can't stand to be alone grows increasingly shallow. He makes many ill-considered moves. He fails to develop firmness of purpose, personal stability. He is unfortunately ignorant of the superpower lying unused just behind his forehead. Don't be I'm Mr. I can't stand to be alone. Successful leaders tap into their superpower through being alone. You can too. And then managed solitude pays off. This whole time, all my past attempts at sobriety, I've always had a fear of missing out. For the past 27 years, I've always had a fear of missing out. I've been struggled and hated being alone. But for the first time in probably my life, I'm now content and I'm actually happy with being alone, because like Bill Gates, this time that I've been spending alone in Thailand has given me the time to self-reflect. It's given me the opportunity to take like a think week, like Mr. Bill Gates, but I've still been consuming social media, still been on my phone. Like I said, it's only up until recently, now yesterday I said I need to read more and forge my mind, that I'm actually going to take the serious approach of self-improvement and do the things that I need to do to become a better version of myself on a day-by-day basis. Like James Clear's Atomic Habits, I'm going to become 1% every day. I'm going to make small gradual changes in my life, whether it's sticking to daily meditation, sticking to daily yoga, sticking to daily journaling, even if it's just a little bit by little bit, so that I can improve upon it daily. Make it so easy for yourself that you don't have any excuse not to do the act. And why would I now waste more time delaying me becoming the greatest version of myself? So my GoPro's overheating because I've been recording while I've been walking as well. I want to edit another vlog for my vlog channel, but that's the message of today. Just embrace solitude and become the best version of yourself, and do the activities and the habits that are going to make you become a better version of yourself. Don't have some self-respect and don't settle for less, because you have the power to change your life. You have the power to change your mind. And the greatest tool in your life is your mind, and through your mind you will change your reality, you will change your perception of the world, and you will change your very existence. And I'm being 100% serious about that. I've had so many sense of sobriety, and it's now that I can say truly confidently that this time is the last time that I'm going to have to quit alcohol and weed. This time I've actually cemented this idea that I'm not going to ever drink again or smoke weed again, and I'm completely okay with that because I'm not missing out on anything anymore. It's not for me. I'm not here to demonize people that use cannabis or occasionally go out. Alright, as I was saying, my GoPro keeps on dying. It's very hot here and it keeps on overheating. I'm not here to demonize anyone who uses cannabis or who drinks and who partakes in partying on a recreational basis. As long as you're happy and healthy and it's not really affecting your life in a negative way, then go for it. But for someone like me and other people who struggle with addiction, that can't be the case. I'm a dopamine fiend. If I start drinking, if I start smoking, it's just going to spiral, especially with alcohol. And it's just going to get to an uncontrollable point where it's just unhealthy and I will be fucking up my liver. And like I said, I've had stints of sobriety in the past, so I'm fortunate enough that this time things weren't that crazy. I've quit alcohol and been a really heavy drinker, because I haven't talked about this maybe in the past, but I used to only drink spirits, only drink gin, tonic, whiskey, and I wasn't really much of a beer guy. I would drink beer on the days where my stomach was hurting, or I felt like, man, when I drank too many spirits and my stomach or my liver was hurting, then I would switch to beer for the next few days until my body recovered, and then I would go back to hard spirits. But I'm fortunate enough that this time in my life, I wasn't at like my worst. I've already experienced rock bottom, and I have no desire to go back there. So my message for you today is just take the steps that you need to take to become the best version of yourself, and it means letting substances go, if it means changing your lifestyle or even changing the people that you surround yourself with, then just take that step and take that leap forward, because your future self will thank you for it. So do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. That's the message for today. Peace. I just wanted to say this as well before I conclude, that the universe speaks to us in mysterious ways. It's just really up to us what to make of it. The universe gives us lessons and provides us signs, and you just need to put yourself in a position where you can receive them, and then through the lessons, whether good or bad, it's really up to us what to make of them. So if you have a gut feeling, if you have a gut intuition that you want to embrace some sort of change or go to a new place or have something profound experience in your life happen in your life, or you feel a certain calling to do something, I would say trust your gut instinct, and then the universe will reveal that reason for you. On that note, have a good one.